Hi, can you introduce yourself, please?
Yes, my name's Malachi, Managing Director of InnerWisdom.
Brilliant. Thank you, Malachi. How was your organisation founded?
Yes, so we're a relatively new organisation. We started up in 2020. The reason we started is because myself and a few other individuals went through a similar experience within the working environment, being seen as aggressive, um, we discriminated against where there was no purpose, be set upon by supervisors and etc. So I thought, and my working team thought, okay, well, let's do something about this. Let's see if we can bring awareness, help a few people into, not experiencing that same situational scenario again. Providing tools and knowledge.
Okay, and were you also doing that to uh, stop people getting involved with crime and any substance misuse
I
in
mean,
regards to the wider picture?
yeah, I mean as we developed over the year, um, the awareness of what triggers people into these scenarios and into these situations, I mean, even after, somebody might experience a difficult situation in a workplace, at home, at society, at school, and be drawn into using gangs, violence, crime, just to make ends meet. So yeah, there's a lot of it, and mental health. It's all kind of interconnected.
And is Inner Wisdom an organisation that supports people on that journey so they don't kind of get involved with crime, drugs, or gangs and have issues with mental health? Is it a support service?
Oh yeah, that's the primary objective of getting people and having them. How can I put it? The right word would be to be like on the straight and narrow. That's the kind of right. But there's so much more to it than just saying, okay, well, there's a job here, go apply for this. There's a service here, go there. There's a lot more to keeping people out of these traumatic and difficult.
So what you're saying is Inner Wisdom is an organisation that creates opportunities and supports people.
Supports, provides opportunities, is peer to peer with their in person with these individuals, supporting them.
And what impact do you think that has on the Nottingham community in terms of the support that you're providing a large sway of the black community in Nottingham?
Yeah, because of the level of intensity, because the individuals that we support right now, we see them on a daily basis. We assist them with many difficulties that they're going through, whether it be phone calls to the gas and electric, whether it be their finances, cleaning out their homes, just going out somewhere. The impact is tremendous, but it's watching the progression of the individual, being able to see that change in the individual. I mean, once one person's seeing and is healthy, another person comes through, and that same person that is healthy might help another person. So it has a profound effect on the community in Nottingham.
And how can people get involved with your organisation to support the great work that you're doing in the city?
I mean, the projects that we're doing right now, speak to a community, talk to a nation. I'm working with backing. Bright Ideas, Nottingham, Care Project, loads of different organisations that are centred on seeing a positive change. Although I don't want to stand here and say that Nottingham isn't a good place, because we're a very diverse, multicultural city, but there's other elements, other powers that are having a profound effect on our communities.
Yeah, so with the work that you're doing in the community, and the impact you're having across the city, working with all the partners that you've just mentioned, what do you think the bigger picture is for Nottingham as a city? What's Nottingham going to get out of it? It's going to reduce crime? Is it going to drive down people that get hooked on drugs? Or issues within the workplace that all play into stereotypes?
So I come from a financial background. My profession, my passion is finance. I've always looked at it as an economy. Other cultures, other backgrounds that come to England have built and established themselves in profound ways, in ways that as a black community we haven't done yet. And this isn't because we don't have the skills, knowledge or ability to do this. It's just literally because we have barriers put in front of ourselves. So, I mean, how I see the changes in Nottingham is black owned, a black centre, you know, a, a, a community that is dedicated to developing and raising up educated, strong, aware, generations. That's the important factor. This is what I see that we need to be doing is especially people of our stature, our responsibility, our understanding, looking at our communities and that, knowing what needs to be done. So yeah, it's change that is gradual, but so important that we can't put it to one side.
I was going to ask you a quick question. It's a big question. The question is, can you give us your reflection on crime and addiction as it relates to the black community in Nottingham?
Okay, so it's layers. So you have the family structure. Then you have the implementations, the imposition of influences on the family environment, and then from the family environment you've got the schooling environment, which has many areas which need to be addressed for people of black and black and Asian backgrounds. And then you have the colleges, the education and the employment industries, which again have issues that, not to say that as black people we are unable to overcome, but there's systems in place that don't necessarily need to be there. In fact, not even necessarily, they just don't need to be there.
Do you think there's an issue with cost and money being spent in the community as well?
This brings it back to the black economy, of course. The money that we spend as black people goes straight into the other cultures, other people's, other communities' pockets. So having that money circulate within our own economy, our own community will give us a better standing in political, arenas. Also, the presentation, the perception of us as a people, seeing that we are, I wouldn't say progressing, but that we have what we've created and what we look to achieve and implement for the not just our own community but for other communities as well.
What do you think the root cause of the issues are in the community to prevent people going down the wrong path or getting involved in things they shouldn't?
Right, so the power structures that are in place right now, not to say that again that individuals are not thinking about us as a people, because we are considered, we are thought about, and we are addressed. But the structures and the systems that are in place in us right now, they're not focused on our needs as a group or as a people. It's more to perpetuate their own interest and their own economies, rather than seeing us and saying, okay, well, you black schools, black hospitals, community centres, and everything else that needs to be implemented.
How do you think we can make things better?
I've always thought it's the right people in the right positions. People with the right vision and the right direction, having a strong, you know, move towards having our economy, having our community development projects and these kind of things, so that, you know, as the younger generations grow up, they can see what and they can understand what it takes and what needs to be done and what has been done to establish something that is profound within the nation and the community in Nottingham City. I mean, drugs and violence, alcohol, you know, mental health, these things, there's many ways of being able to you know, support people. There's many, you know, how can I put it? If I was to say, okay, well, we can implement like 4 or 5 different projects to support a community in Bulwer. We do this, we do the project, we walk away with like individuals sat there saying that's great, thank you. But if I was to say, okay, let's build a community that is self-sufficient, that is bringing money in, providing for our own community, that is looking at the family issues, the education issues, the police, the criminal justice system, all these other areas, and addressing the problems, saying, okay, well, this individual has been set upon by his supervisors at work. How do we as a group of people allow that to happen, so that, you know, another person in that same situation goes through that and sits there powerless to do anything? What I think we need is people who are looking to say, okay, well, that's happening a lot over here, Bulwell, St Anne's, Meadows, all these different parts of the city, and saying, okay, well, here's a remedy, here's a structure that we can implement to at least support, if not change that person's experience for the better, but at least say, okay, we've addressed that. Something is done, some kind of justice is achieved for these individuals.
And in relation to drugs, is that like another thing that pushes them over the edge?
Because that drugs is it's like the
lack of hope and opportunity.
It's not that, it's like the over the other side of the fence, if you get what I'm saying. So if I've found it difficult to get into education or to secure a position within an organisation, then I'm going to look to elsewhere to find money, you know. And like, people turn to drugs, whether it be selling it or taking it. Some people might use all types of means to secure what it is that they feel that they need, like money, respect, power. They turn to all different ways, and this creates violence, more drugs being pushed out into the street, more people using those drugs, and the people who are finding it difficult in the first place are thinking, okay, that's my escape. I'm going to go and get the drugs from the dealer up the road. You know, spend my money on that rather than provide for my children or for myself. You know, it's like it's all intertwined. You know, one thing, one system, one layer supports another layer, and then the next layer supports the next. So it's about delayering these areas, addressing what's creating the problems in the first place, and implementing a system, a group of people, a team that are looking to say, okay, we can change this, we can make these things a better experience for our communities. I'd like to highlight and show my utmost towards the Devontae and his team at the Second Chance Project for the work that they're doing in highlighting black businesses, yeah, there's something that I'd like to say about the Second Chance Project, because again, there's many avenues that we can use to support our community, and the Second Chance Project is is a perfect opportunity for organisations, individuals to get on board, whether you're volunteering or using the system to start addressing and start, you know, supporting our black community's economy. You know, it's a great idea. It's a great opportunity.